Hello and welcome to Geeks of the Round. This is the discussion of Blacklist, and Johan has terrible on-air etiquette. Thank you, sir, for ruining our intro and being late. 2 minutes. These 2 minutes are all his fault. I would like everyone to know, Johan just informed me before we started that he's going to be doing this entire hangout in a variety of accents. I'm just going to he told me to just shout out random names, like, for instance, Christopher Walken. How you doing today, Johan?
I'm doing quite well. Thank you for asking.
Oh, I hope this works. I'm Todd Grundle. I am your host. Ish, not S. And there's just two of us. This is an intimate discussion of the Blacklist.
Yes, very intimate.
Yes. We didn't switch yet, pal. I do apologize. I'm half asleep here. It is 11 p.m. and I've been up quite early. I'll try to sleep until like 3 p.m. on these days. Okay. Let's just get into the show. I have notes somewhere. Swedish Girl.
Swedish Girl?
Yeah, Swedish Girl.
Oh, come on. How would that sound? Like
I don't know. You tell me. You're the
I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me.
Okay, you think about that. Good.
Like hello, I'm Swedish.
Okay, good. Now use that when we talk in a second. The intro. I really enjoyed the intro of this one because I was looking forward to the episode from last week. It definitely left me wanting more. So when it started up and you had Sympathy for the Devil, I was just like, oh, this is awesome. And this song actually never worked so well for me personally before. What did you think, Swedish Girl?
Oh, yes, I quite enjoyed James Spader as the lead villain. He charmed me very much. And I really enjoyed the show. I thought it was very suspenseful and interesting, and I also enjoyed this episode.
Excellent. This isn't going to work. You can talk now.
Okay, yeah.
That was a terrible idea on your part.
On my part. Okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it started out with we're getting messages from Jeff from G+. He says, "You look like an asshole." Thank you, sir. Thank you for commenting, and please continue to comment throughout the show. But mostly tell us what you think about the show. I'm aware that I look like an asshole, but you don't have to tell me. That's just hurtful, Jeff. Asshole. So I wanted to just go right into a problem I had, but it might not have been a problem. Because, I mean, it just started out with a montage. He was, doing his thing. There's not much to talk about there, honestly. Which is another bit of a problem with the show. It's a network show, so it's a bit procedural,
Yeah, I got that a while ago. That again, yes, it's very everything. It seems routine at first.
Right, but thus far, Spader is saving it, and they are delivering the marks they should deliver, in my opinion, so far. But we'll get right to the next scene, which was at a round table of the government officials.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, and then they came in with that lady, the white-haired lady, who, off the bat, I took her as a bad actress, but I gave her a chance. As we went on, by the end of the episode, I realized she's a horrible wooden actress, and
yeah, some bad casting going on there.
Very bad casting. But we'll get into that. I got some points on that. I thought it looked really cheap, that whole scene. Not just forget about her bad acting, because again, that's later when I really came upon that revelation that this woman is horrible.
No, yes, I totally agree. I was watching it with a friend, and he was the first one to say, "Wow, this scene's shot pretty shitty."
Right. Oh, that was your filmmaking chum, Johan?
Yeah, that was my old chum.
All right. talk like a person who's submerged in water.
Like,
All right. All right,
like you
listen.
mean from the head up, like.
No, head down, head
Oh.
down.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean.
Here,
Like,
here.
completely
Let me do my impression of a
submerged.
person
Okay.
with their head sticking out of the water. Hi, my head is sticking out of the water. But all right, listen. Let's just move on.
All right,
So
yeah.
that scene, I thought was garbage at first, and then as I'm watching it, I said, you know what? Maybe they're stylizing it. Maybe they're making a choice to look that way, and they're going for more of a comic book vibe, because I did start to get a lot of comic book vibes from this show this time around.
A little bit, maybe. I don't know if I got the same vibe you did, but I guess I could sort of see that now that you mentioned it. It felt more just like a suspenseful, thriller type of what the show is supposed to be with James Spader.
I didn't listen to a word you said, and that's I bet it made a whole lot of sense. James Spader.
James Spader.
All right. But that scene that we got introduced to some adversity within the government. Then there was a train crash. Do you know why?
Yes.
Do you know why that train crashed? Because here's a problem I have, and this is something that will be difficult for me throughout this season, and I'm gonna prepare all 0 of you right now with this knowledge. I suck at following the storyline with stuff like this. I loved watching the show 24, but I hardly ever knew what the hell they were talking about. When you get these douchebags in suits in a room and they just start yammering on, it's hard for me. I just zone out. I listen to a lot of it. I get most of it, but it's just very hard from with these cop shows when the police are talking. Who listens to cops, really?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Todd. I had a little bit of a hard time exactly following this episode as well.
So you don't know why that train crashed?
I don't think they explain it right then and there. Later on,
fucking Matt Moore. Fucking well, we can jump around because we're only going to do about a 20-minute show because again, it's on a network. It is procedural. This is not Breaking Bad. There's only 2 of us, and unless we have more than 3 in the room, I don't think we should go on for more than 30 minutes because then we're going to do a lot of bullshitting to bad time.
Well, like you said, this isn't Breaking Bad. We're comparing a cheeseburger to filet mignon.
Yeah, so feel free to jump ahead. If you're telling me that they revealed that later on, then jump ahead. We're not going in order here.
Right now we're reviewing a McDonald's dollar cheeseburger as opposed to a filet mignon with Breaking Bad.
And McDonald's dollar cheeseburgers are delicious. And
yes,
you want them at times. They're not a filet mignon. They're not gourmet. We know they're not gourmet. But I want a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Sometimes we like junk food, and this is what this show is. I mean, not all the way, though.
No, it's not. It's superior junk food. It's Doritos,
Yeah, exactly. Cool Ranch Doritos.
Yeah. Well, no, they screwed Cool Ranch Doritos lately. There's like sprinklings of that blue nuclear powder on there.
Yeah. That blue magic. That blue magic.
Yeah. Listen, this is not Breaking Bad.
I know. I'm still getting over it. I'm sorry.
But so all right, the train crash. You don't know why it crashed, correct?
Not in that moment. No, I do not.
No, not in that moment. But are you implying that you knew later? Or are you saying no,
later on.
You don't know?
No, later on.
Tell me, guy.
Later on, James Spader explains that it was one of the criminals who was behind it. I forget which one. I think the guy.
Why?
I don't remember.
All right, wonderful. Excellent. So, but it looked decent. It was a decent-looking train crash.
Yeah.
Except for when it got close, it looked a little Sharknado, but up until that close-up of it, it was looking pretty decent. Then we came up to the scene where she's talking to Elizabeth Keene. She's talking to her husband while he's in a coma. I hated that. I can't stand scenes in TV shows where people talk to comas. You know,
Yeah, I really don't like that setup right there.
it's too leading. It's just
It's too leading and again too routine. Not you know, it just doesn't. It's something we've seen a million times.
right. And now, mind you, so far it seems like criticisms. I loved this episode. I'm going to say that off the bat, and I probably have more praise for it than criticism coming up. But here's another criticism. The next scene after that coma scene where essentially she's saying, are you bad or are you good? You know, did James Spader put it there? Red Reddington. It won't register in my head, that name, because it's so bad. Yes.
Yeah.
So she's basically leading the plot in that scene, and then we get to her with Reddington, and again, no, it's a guy, one of the FBI guys, and Reddington, and the guy says, I want information from you, blah, 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 and he goes, I will only talk to Elizabeth Keene. That is the last time. That's the last time this show is allowed to do that. I won't accept it, and I could potentially stop watching the thing if they do it more than 3 more times. I will disrespect the show. If they do it 1 more time, I will disrespect. I won't be as big of a fan as I'm feeling like I may be of the show. It's going to lose a lot of points if they do it even 1 more. But 3 times, I'm out. That's it. They get 3 strikes from this point.
Yeah, it's becoming pretty. Again, it's like this is only the 2nd episode, and again, I only want to speak to Elizabeth Keene. I get that's the whole, but again, that's the whole setup of the show is that he'll only talk to her.
Yeah,
but they don't have to say it every episode. I totally agree.
No, like I said, maybe look, this is again junk food. It is tailored to please a whole lot of people. It's not tailored to please a niche market, whatever the hell the word is. It is not. It's not Breaking Bad. Where that show was about an art and they're taking a risk. This is more of a product.
Exactly.
A fine product.
Exactly.
Although still, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
So that is it. My proclamation: no more passes. They cannot do that again. I understand you're pandering to the audience at large, and I understand you're saying the audience is essentially a bunch of idiots on the network viewers. That is clear that the networks think that from a good number of the programs that air on network television, in my opinion.
Yes.
I feel they have no respect for the viewer. But anyway, with all that in mind, still no more passes. We do learn next about his list target called the Freelancer.
The Freelancer.
Yeah. And then we had a scene in the restaurant to discuss. Can you talk about that scene in the restaurant in the voice of the perverted old man from Family Guy?
Oh God. That's an odd request. What? So do I have to?
You have to do it.
Alright. Oh, God damn you.
If you don't do it, we're going to skip over the whole restaurant scene, and America won't know what happened in that restaurant.
Oh, God.
Or, I'm sorry,
right.
They won't know what we thought about what happened in that restaurant.
Okay. Let me get the voice. Hold on. Give me a second. So, in the scene, when they're having dinner, it was a standard dinner scene, I thought.
Quick, switch to bullshit. It was not a standard dinner scene. You devil. Darth Vader.
God damn, I'm not gonna keep doing all these. I'm not gonna keep doing all these voices, man.
Hey, that scene was pretty good. That was, that is what I hope. Yeah. Scenes like that is what I hope the show continues to bring us. Right. Scenes of his treachery, like where he puts his hand on the guy's upper arm, lowers it down so it looks real suspicious, and then real sneaky, like slips the money in his hand so that, the FBI goes after him. I mean, he orchestrated this huge event for.
Yeah. All right.
He orchestrated this huge event to essentially have dinner with his daughter. I think that's pretty clear at this point.
What, that Elizabeth Keene is his daughter?
I think that's pretty clear. He said it right there in the restaurant. He said, "How about you're my girlfriend who came in from Cambridge or something or another?" And then she said some sort of reply, and he goes, "Okay, you could be my daughter."
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I don't. I guess well, that's a pretty broad implication. I mean, not. That's a pretty straightforward implication.
What
I
do
don't
you mean?
know. I mean, he blatantly says you could be my daughter. I mean, that's kind of like the writers going, oh yeah, she's his daughter.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's pretty clear at this point that she's his daughter, or at least that's where unless they're leading us, because there was a moment where he was getting the lie detector earlier on, and they asked him if he had any criminal background, if he had ever been convicted. And he said, "Not yet," and laughed. And they go, "Answer the question seriously. Have you been convicted of anything?" And he changed the subject. So maybe Red Reddington is somebody who's supposed to have never been convicted of something, and he can pass the lie detector by saying he can't pass the lie detector because he's somebody else. He's not Red Reddington. Maybe he really is her father, who with the criminal history that they alluded to. You get what I'm saying there?
Yes, perhaps.
That didn't sound like Darth Vader.
Yes, perhaps. I don't know. I don't watch fucking Star Wars.
Jeff from G Plus has commented that he thinks it's pretty clear that Elizabeth Keene is impotent. I don't think that's possible, sir. You need to go back to your sexual education class. It's just not how it works. So far, that's his biggest problem of the show. Oh, he said incompetent, not impotent. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops, slip of the tongue there.
I agree completely, Jeffrey. He is she. Now, look, you've got me confused. She is horrible to me. She's the worst part of the show. Is that in my notes?
Elizabeth,
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I don't think she's the worst part of the show.
What do you think is the worst part of the show?
I don't know. I don't think there's any really, really bad parts of the show. I just, like you said, I just think it's too routine because it's designed to be.
Yes, but in that routine, look, another show the Geeks Sit Around talk about, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched that last week, didn't get the chance to see it this week. However, what I watched of that, it was procedural, in my opinion, as any network show can be. It was like CSI sort of set in the world and the aftermath of the film Avengers, and in the world of Marvel. But the acting wasn't wooden. Even when they went for the ultra good-looking girls for certain roles.
Yeah. Well,
even those girls. Wait, let me finish. Even those girls who generally, when you go for if this were the 1970s and that S.H.I.E.L.D. show were the Incredible Hulk, they would have had some big-breasted blonde-haired girl, coming in with the 1970s standard of beauty, and her acting would be atrocious. It would be terrible.
Her tits would do the acting.
Right. So now, at least in this show, they're smart enough where when they're going to bring in 2013's image of beauty, they're going to bring that in. At least the girls on that show are good actresses as well, and everybody on that show was a good actor. It was a procedural show, just like this, but it's being acted properly. It's being done properly, and I think they're dropping the ball a bit with the cast on this, except for James Spader, and honestly, whatever the hell that dude's name is, Ryan Matthews, or her husband.
Yeah,
I've seen him before.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, oh, you know what he was in, buddy. Because Johan here sat and he watched about a season or two of 90210 with me.
Oh, he played the fucking teacher. That's right. I knew I remembered him from something. That's
and not
right.
just because,
Yeah,
not just because of that show am I giving him a pass. He's actually a good actor on 90210, and what I've seen of him in this, he's a good actor in this too.
right.
His like 10 lines, they're decent.
Right. Yeah. No,
or his
I
5
agree.
lines. But outside of Spader, him, let's see, who else? Well, the new character we got, that Dimbe, he was good. I think he's going to be good, and I like the story that they're giving us with him. At least I hope they're going to continue on with that. And who else? Who else do we have as a good character? I don't know, but Dimbe didn't talk, but he just seems like he's going to be a good actor. He just seemed not wooden. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. He seemed like a human being, like a believable character. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. No,
It wasn't like they went for that role, and it wasn't like that they cast somebody to play a badass. Like, it wasn't like they went and cast, oh, God.
Michael Ironside. You know?
No. Somebody, okay, Michael Ironside could work, but I was thinking somebody bigger. Like, this guy looks like he really is the part. He looks like a badass. Like, he could be a badass at least, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I dislike that Keen woman very much. I think she's a terrible actress. I don't like a lot of the scenes, like, where she was chasing... She hit the dude with the taxi, remember? She hit, who did she hit?
Oh, yes,
the
that
freelancer.
guy. The freelancer.
She hit the freelancer. Right.
Yeah.
That bone sticking out was a little bit, you know, Halloween Horror Show garbage, but...
Yeah, that was a little like how they kept pointing the camera at it. It's like, we get it. She broke his leg. We get it. You know?
Yes, we get it. Your special effects department just graduated from from that school in the back of Fangoria magazine.
Yeah, Tom Savini.
No, it's not Tom Savini. Is it Satriani?
Yeah. Something like that.
Whatever.
Yeah. I know it starts with an S. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I just graduated from there. Actually, dropped out. That's what their special effects team is. But when she hits him with that car, she's just staring. Like, she gets out and she just kind of like, you know, real proud of herself. And she sassed the camera. She sassed the camera.
Sassy. But yeah. You know, it was I don't know. This show was this episode. It kept my attention. I'll say that much.
Oh, it definitely kept my attention again. I'm throwing hate out the window here, but I loved the friggin' episode. I didn't hate it.
Me neither.
But we're getting to the good stuff here. We're getting okay. So, bullcrap about the freelancer. Again, screw details because they really don't matter.
Details are going right out the window.
You know, they go to that charity dinner with that woman, and then the dude, they catch him. He's allegedly poisoned. You know, I knew right there when they pulled the glass out it was poison. But the waiter, and that was the freelancer.
Yeah.
They chase him. He jumps off something, and then there she comes and hits him with the car and looks proudly and sasses the camera. Not much more to say about that scene, but the next scene.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already said Dimbe. You know, like Prince or Madonna. We did that already. I guess, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't skip around. I guess there is a good method to staying in line because it's easier to follow my notes if I don't skip around. The scene of him meeting with his team, by the way, was very Robert California, I thought. I did want to mention that, and I liked that. It was very that traditional James Spader kind of weirdo role. You know, like, he comes up and he, like, strokes the bodyguard and then, like, kisses the...
Oh, yeah, when he meets up with the people. Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. He just walks right up to what's his name? The darker gentleman.
Dimbe.
Dimbe, yeah. He just walks right up to him.
Dimbe.
Dimbe. Yeah, he walks
Dimbe.
right
This
up to.
show is not winning with names. It is
No,
not winning with
no.
names.
But yeah, he walks right up to him and he just like he gives him a hug and a kiss, like like I was like, all right, that's quite a hello.
Yes, and and he ends up escaping his FBI handlers, as Jeff from G Plus also commented as well in relation to that scene. But that's the beauty of him. He doesn't just happen to be able to escape, as Jeff from G Plus commented. He actually, that is his ability, because, again, gonna jump the fuck ahead. He's like Dexter, but awesome. He's really reminding me of Dexter at this point, because as we get to the reveal, because we're running out of time here in the show, we've been yammering like two lady birds on a bright sunny morning, and he is like Dexter to me, because you come to find out that he's doing this because that woman and her charity for human trafficking is actually a human traffic king or queen herself.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my dog
Yeah,
pooped. I
go
got a
fuck
little
yourself.
distracted. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my dog pooped. I got a little distracted. Anyway, but yeah, what you said.
Oh, exactly. I don't even remember what I said. Moving on. I said he's like Dexter, you dipshit.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like Dexter. Do you disagree? Do
Oh,
you get where I'm going?
I'm
Because he's like
agreeing.
a
I get what you're
superhero.
saying. Yes, yes.
He's like a superhero that disguises himself as a criminal.
Okay, right. I suppose. I mean, he definitely has some criminal tendencies. He's not. He's definitely not a saint.
Well, if you look into the coming attractions for next week, sorry, at the end of this episode, he's laughing with some Chinese men at the table, um, in a cafe, and next week he is fighting against some Chinese criminal. So
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So maybe he is putting on a front right now as a criminal.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he's Slick Dexter. He's the fucking creepy Dexter. He's awesome Dexter, and it goes along with the stylization of the earlier scenes. It really does follow through with the comic book vibe that I'm personally getting. Now, all right, let's move on here.
Yeah. I just need a minute because this.
We're done in a minute, you freak. We're done. The show's over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So listen, we're gonna go right out of here. The best scene of the week. You are so unprofessional. I want to publicly shame you, Johan Phillips. You're so unprofessional.
Fine, shame
I come in here. I combed my hair all nice, and
yeah.
I
you look
put
very
on
dapper.
nice clothes. I got a lot of sleep to be prepared for this. I am on point. I have notes. I'm completely rocking this discussion, and you're just upping me at every turn.
Yeah.
Go on, go do your thing.
I just gotta pick up poop real quick.
Hurry up, go pick your poop up. Why don't you let the camera see?
All right.
Can you do it in the Darth Vader voice? But for the 0 viewers right now, I'll keep talking for you guys. The best line in this show. I'm sorry. Now I'm very discombobulated now, and it's all Johan's fault. It's all his fault. The best line in the show was right after the woman who was the human trafficker, as it turned out, when she was dying of the poison, and Elizabeth Keene says, "Oh, well, what are people going to think about this? And what are the headlines going to say?" And James Spader goes, "The headline's going to read, Italian dog born with 2 heads." I thought that was a good reason to keep watching the show. That alone, I don't know. That's just me. So to move on quickly, because now we are super out of time. He Catherine, no. Elizabeth Keene doesn't tell her husband she knows.
And I'm
About
back.
Good for you. You just interrupted again. Good. Just interrupted again. You should come into it. You come into a discussion. I'm already talking to myself. I'm sitting here talking to myself, and you interrupt me, you dick.
My apologies.
I don't accept them.
Fine.
I'm sitting here and I'm protesting.
Damn it, that's enough. I'm going to play GTA Online.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No, I'm joking.
Today is October 1st, 2013. If you want to find the relevance of that joke, just search Grand Theft Auto Online, October 1st, 2013.
Yes.
And you'll find out why it's funny that Johan says he's about to go play it.
Yes, it's quite hilarious. Anyway.
Did it install?
I just
Okay, great.
I think it's working right now. Yeah.
Great. So we found out Dimley was a human traffic victim in the end. I wondered. That's what I hope they keep with that, and maybe his cause is human trafficking. Whatever.
Yeah.
I talked about the Chinese people laughing. The last scene I thought was horrible. It was my least favorite actress of the moment, playing the role of Elizabeth Keene and having flashbacks of her husband stabbing, and then she finds an envelope in his bloody clothes, and it's a testimony from the adoption agency, and obviously she realizes how much she loves him and how he could be a fake, and wow, that could be such a great theme, and it could have kept the show going for a while. This woman is just taking a big old poop in a bucket, and then she's taking that bucket and she's pouring it right on top of us, America, as a whole. She's just pouring it onto her performance.
Yeah, no, that ending scene was pretty fucking pointless. I thought, like.
No, it wasn't pointless. Well, it wasn't pointless, but we just had to look at her stupid face.
No, I mean, all it did was, like, it didn't further the thing with her husband at all. It was just, you think, because when she finds that thing in his back pocket of bloody clothes, you think it's going to be something that's going to be incriminating that may go with, the box that she found and hidden, on the floor. But, then it turns on, it's just, his recording from the adoption agency. And it's just like, okay. That doesn't really provide any further information.
I see that. I understand that. I'll understand it better if you say the whole thing over again with the Swedish girl voice.
No, at the end, okay, I'll entertain you since I fucked things up a little bit.
No. Nobody wants to keep watching. I'm getting Jeff from G Plus is like, end this thing already. End this already. I'm putting my big boy pants on. No, he really wrote that. I don't know why he's writing it. He just likes to come in. He's calling us fat. He's like, Geeks of the Round. That's no Geeks of the Round. There's only two of you. It's more like Geeks who are round. Guy's a fucking asshole. He's an asshole and he's a prick. Jeff from G Plus.
Well, screw Jeff.
That's what I'm saying. He's an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, as I was saying, that scene I thought was...
Stop watching our show, Jeff.
Stop it right now.
Stop it, Jeff.
Shut it off.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it, Jeff.
Stop it.
No more. No more, Jeffrey. It's over, Jeffrey. It's over. We don't want to see you anymore, Jeffrey. You and us, we don't have nothing anymore.
But that's one thing that really pissed me off about this episode is that they didn't go any further into the whole thing with her husband, like him possibly having dual identities.
I think it did, though. I think it did. If she would have acted it better, I think I got what the writers were going for. I really do. I think I got what they were going for, and I think they were going for her realizing, holy shit, this guy could be a snake. He could be, but her acting didn't portray that to me.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that's all we have time for today. Let's end this by saying we're starting to get an idea of who Red Reddington is.
Yeah.
Spader is Aces. that lady who plays Keen is a deuce from Johan's butt.
Straight from it.
NBC, and it's the problem is they want looks over skill. That's what they use to qualify somebody for a role. And it's not that her looks are good or bad. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm not saying she's pretty. I'm saying she has the exact same look that we've seen over and over again for the tough lady cops. You know, it's that same look. In fact, I know a specific character from 24 who she looks almost like a clone of. You know, and I'm tired of that specific look being, you know, the tough lady cop, personally. So just because she looked the role, they hired her, in my opinion. I think their skill sucks. You better not be watching anymore, Jeff.
Yes, I agree.
All right, Johan's so distracted, and we're just going to go now.
I just know, I totally agree. I heard what you said. She is a very wooden actress. Yeah, no, this show is, I don't know, I think James Spader can save it. I think he has enough charisma as an actor.
You're right.
I think James Spader has enough charisma as an actor to save this show, but they have to play his character up a little more. I don't think his presence is strong enough on the show. That's another problem I have.
I think he was pretty strong this episode. Last episode, I would agree with you. Last episode, I would agree with you very much. And I do see where it does leave you wanting a little more, you know, because it's like basically watching Red Reddington is like watching a magician.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing too. I want to see that played up more. I want to see him, like, his character played up more as that magician, as like the man behind the curtain, you know, kind of thing. Like, what are his real intentions this whole time? Obviously we get a little more hints at it. I mean, granted, this is the only the second episode, and I think they filmed, what was it, 5 episodes?
3 as far as I know were filmed.
Oh, okay. Well,
it could be more now. Keep talking, I'll look.
Yeah, but as I was saying, but as I was saying, is that no, I want to see his character played up more as that magician, as that guy, as that master tactician who's, you know, who has all his pawns and is in place, and you know, and he's playing the rigorous chess player. You know, that's what I want to see more of from him. That
I didn't find anything out, but I did find out that,
God damn it!
I did find out that James Spader is unsure how the series is going to develop. So allegedly he doesn't know whether or not Keen is his daughter, but he says he doubts it. Hello, fucker?
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you for joining us on Geeks Around. It has been a wonderful 40 minutes of pissing in our pants, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Jeff from G+, do not watch our shows.
Do not, unless you want.
Tune in next week, unless you're Jeff from G+.
Yes.
Also, Matt Moore does an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Discussion. That's tomorrow. I believe 8/11 Pacific Eastern. Do you guys speak GIMP?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that made sense to you? All right, wonderful.
Yeah.
We've also got Deano Jackson hosting Walking Dead discussions very soon when The Walking Dead returns. And then we've got 2 douchers hosting American Horror Story discussions. That will be hosted by Todd Grundle and Johan Phillips.
Hooray!
Yay! Ooh, yay! That's good.
Yeah.
So those will be next week-ish. October 9th, the show starts. The 10th is our discussions. You what, Johan?
I would just like to say that that yes, I look forward to all these discussions and more, and also next time I'll keep my dog locked up.
Yes, yeah, that could work. And next time I'll make sure to, you know, have like 10 kids running around and people cooking behind me, and even though there's actually a bed behind me. But do you speak him?
Yes.
Good.
Alrighty.
All right. 11:42. We love you. Goodbye from the Blacklist discussion. I have hamburgers coming right now. How wonderful. Goodbye, everybody. Geeksandaround.com, geeksandaround.com, youtube.com/geeksandaround. Johan Phillips works at a place called rottinghorse.com. I have nothing to do with that company. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Yes,
no. Johan also sells books through rottinghorse.com, www.rottinghorse.com, which again I have nothing to do with.
None whatsoever. And that's why he's promoting it, because he has nothing to do with it.
Right. It's not cheap. I'm doing this guy a favor.
Yeah.
I'm doing him a favor.
Exactly.
You can't have my tots, Napoleon.
Oh!
You can't have none of my tots.
Taking one.
Fucking stop. Nope. Nope.
Alright. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alright, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching.